Hey, family. Welcome on back to Transcending Love. My name is Nettie. For those of you who are just tuning in, this is your first time here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're OG to the channel, hey now. Welcome on in here. Welcome on in. Good to have all of you, no matter what category you fall in. And per usual, I hope that you all are having an amazing day, a wonderful, fantabulous, and marvelous day. I am. And just know, first, let me get this off. For those of you who are new, my name is Nettie. I deliver channel messages for the collective from spirit, from the universe, from God, however you consider it. I deliver channel messages on the light side of things. We do not operate in darkness over here. We operate in love and in light only and always to the greatest good. And in an effort to transcend higher into love and into the highest version of ourselves. That being said, we can get on with the message. Back to the regularly scheduled program. So, Spirit was just speaking to me about the necessity and importance of you operating in your flow. And wanting to make you aware that time is out for people pleasing and you have to move on, leaving these things behind that are not yours. What does that mean? Things that you haven't made a conscious decision for and about for yourself. If you are living to please other people and in the light and shadow of other people, then those things are not you. So you must explore those things to make sure that you are operating in your flow. That said, Spirit wants you to know that it is not difficult to change. Sometimes it feels and seems like an insurmountable endeavor to change. But change is really you just making up your mind. Make up your mind what you want, who you want to be, and where you want to go, and live in that from the moment you make the decision. The reason why we don't have much of what it is that we want and we're not where we want to be is because we haven't made a decision. We haven't made a conscious decision that that is the thing that we want. Yeah, we say it. It sounds great. But we are not making a decisive, sure decision about what it is that we want. Because when we are, we move in that way. So, a writing prompt for you and something to consider is: am I moving and living in the way or in the light of what I say that I want? Am I living the change that I and changes that I say that I'm making, that I'm talking about, or am I just talking? Listen, don't get it twisted. This human mind will talk about a thing. It sounds great. It sounds outstanding, but it's really only just talk until it becomes action. This human brain talks to people please. It'll say whatever to sound good to somebody else. It rarely ever has the actual mind to change. So make sure that in your spirit, you have made a decision and you're moving toward that direction. And you drowning out the noise of whatever this flesh or whatever this human side of you was saying. Because what's going to happen is this human side of you is going to be like, no, we can do it tomorrow. No, we can't. No, we can't. We can do it today. We got today. In fact, we got right now. Let's do it right now. The key to your success and the key to the next place for all of you looking for a sign and needing an answer is making up your mind. What we don't often realize is that this human side of us is really, really a thug. I say that in a playful way, but like hardcore outside and will have you doing the opposite of what you say that you want because that's the conditioning. You have to recondition yourself to do another thing. You have to change your ways, change your mind by way of neuroplasticity. And that just really means rewire your brain to do something different than what it's been doing. And how you do that is by doing something different consistently, disciplined about it, and getting your value system together. What do you value? Operate and flow in your values. But Spirit actually was saying this morning about values. Just a question, another writing prompt. What are your values? Just like in the last video, or one of the last videos, your values, which was in that one, your truth is not going to align with everybody else's truth, and that is okay. I heard Layla Harmozy say something not too long ago that really just like it stood out so prominently to me, and that light came on. Don't care about people's criticisms. And that sounds easier said than done. But also, this is the part that stood out. Don't even care about their applause because their applause, their likes, their um, expression of appreciation for what it is that you do is them appreciating from their point of view, them appreciating you doing what you do because you're doing what they think that you should do or think that you want to do. That's not exactly the way she said it, but that is the breakdown of what she was saying. You are delightful in their sight because you are living out a standard that is good in their minds, essentially. You're good by them being that version of you. They're pleased with that. It's their preference that they are applauding. Fucked me up a little bit. But yeah. So yeah, Spirit just wanted me to expound a little bit on those couple things and reiterate, just make up your mind. Because Spirit cannot do nothing with the double mindedness. Your scripture tells you that a double minded man is unstable in all his ways, and this is that thing. Often we say with our mouth that we want one thing, but we really, on the other side, that human side of us is fighting to keep you away from doing the necessary things, the changes. It's talking to you, keeping you away from the things that you should be doing in alignment to the next place. So it's often that you have an ill feeling because of that flesh side of you that is in opposition to what it is that you say that you want. If you say that you want a partner, but there's a part of you that's like, gosh, that would cramp my style a little bit. I wouldn't be able to do this, and I wouldn't be able to do this, and I wouldn't be able to do this. Then you're making an argument about why you need to stay single. So, guess what you get to do? Stay single. So, whoever that's for, take that with you. But for those of you in other areas, you say you want something, but there's this piece of you that thinks in opposition to the way that you say that you want the thing. If you want a lot of money and you're the kind of person that thinks that rich people are bad, you'll never be rich. Because your flesh is always this human side. I'm saying this side like it's double faced, but it kind of is. You know, it's the characteristic depiction of the devil on one shoulder and the angel on another. Because really, Let's be truthful about it. People like to think that, the devil is something that's also outside of yourself. No, that's that flesh part of you that'll have you doing all of the things that you've been conditioned to do by this world and everybody in it. Anyway, there is something inside of you that's saying the opposite. And because you have had more time with the conditioned version of yourself than, or the older conditioned version of yourself than the new conditioned version of yourself, it's easy to go back over there. But you got to fine tune, and you got to set spirit, set your face like a flint in the direction like that you want to go, whatever direction it is. I have not even heard that anyway. I ain't heard that scripture in a long time. But anyway, I told y'all that sometimes these messages come through in the form of scriptures as well. Scripture is not something that I often use in my regular everyday life, with the exception of coming in here and delivering and channeling these messages for y'all. I'm not a spiritual person. I'm not a religious person, but more so a spiritual person, as I always say. But whoever needs to hear it, whoever resonates with that, I am open to all the Spirit is going to do to deliver the message. So, yeah, set your face like a flint in the direction that you want to go. Focused, inspired action in the direction that you say you want to go. You know already all the things that you need to do to get to where you're going. But you keep on letting that flesh talk you out. You keep on letting that humanness talk you out of this sacred direction, this redirection, this new beginning. It will hold you back for as long as you allow it to. You ain't never got to worry about somebody outside of you fighting you harder than this humanness. Do you hear me? But let the spirit side win. Let the largest component of you win. Go the opposite direction. You don't have to take that directive. Just like you don't have to keep the belief systems that are not yours from other people so that you can operate in your flow. You don't have to keep the directive of this flesh. Condition it to do something different. You got control, even though it don't seem like it sometimes. The more work you do, the better you get at controlling your mind. You can always tell the difference between what your human mind think and what spirit got for you, what your spirit mind thinks. Your spirit mind tells you great and prosperous things to do. Your flesh, your human mind is going to tell you some things that don't seem outright unusual or harmful, but you need to filter it through where you're trying to go and who you're trying to be. And when you filter it through and it's still taking you to the past place or keeping you in the past place, that's how you know. Spirit is saying a third. I don't know if I don't know what number I'm on. I wasn't really counting, but I think it's the third thing, if I haven't said it already. If I have, just take it as spirit saying, for sure you need to do this. Figure out what your values are. Figure out what your values are. Figure out what your values are, so that every place you go from this point forward, or from that decision or determination on those values, everything aligns strictly with your values. You can't go wrong right there. You do a whole lot less people pleasing when you lean in toward your values. Anyway, that's the message. I'll leave you this message in love and in light. And in case you haven't gotten it, figure out what your values are. Uh, I leave this message in love and in light only and always. Learn and love yourself so that you can love others greatly or in as great a fashion as you do love yourself. Everyone is an extension of you. Until next time, go on and be great now. You're here.